Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were sleeping too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish that I do. You know.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Don't worry about it.
Cory, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you go with this?
This is insanely messy. Good afternoon, everyone. In this video, I want to give my simple short coverage of the CoryxKenshin situation, drama, allegation, whatever you want to call it. Because it's drama, it feels more like a situation that's more messy than anything else. Like this substance, I'm gonna be honest, quick spoiler alert, is very lackluster. There's not much there, apart from testimony, which we all love. I want to cover more like, the reaction to this from people who are insanely dumb, insanely moronic. But like, let me get you the actual meat of this. So basically, you have this person who was a ex-girlfriend of CoryxKenshin, and I would just call her Panda Ninja, and she wanted to expose how back then he was an awful boyfriend, disrespecting her, mocking her, having like no care for her at all. And even furthermore, he's a very fake person. He puts on a mask and a persona online, and he's just a piece of shit, whatever. Now let me ask you, in your mind for a second, how would you imagine her like coming out about this in a TikTok? I'll give you like a quick 3 seconds. This is how she revealed it the first time. Let me play it.
Bacon avocado. I dated CoryxKenshin. And he hurt me really bad.
Wow. When in your life have you seen somebody come over like a situation or starting a drama like this with a TikTok trend? The dumbest one ever as well, the bacon avocado one. Good God. Okay, so pass out right, she at least, kept the trend by updating people about what happened and showing her story. And her story was about 90 slides on TikTok. You have this one saying, "Dear CoryxKenshin," and it's just, I'm not kidding, it's just testimony with word after word after word. There is some proof of how he was like a bit toxic after, toxic quote unquote, but it's shown in the Xbox DMs. Most of it is, like a good 8% of the slides, it's just, her side, trying to paint a story of how she felt and how he was awful, really awful. Now again, in past drama videos about this, I don't hate it, but I dislike testimonies like this because they paint like an awful picture of somebody. However, all they have is just testimony. That's it. Like, unfortunately, I mean, she had some proof about how they talked after and how she felt, but again, that's just like Xbox DMs. I want to see like really bad. I want to see like more proof. Like the Alex story, that was like a prime example. We had so much evidence there, but this is on the low end of evidence. I mean, I'll try to find some right now in a second, because after you have part 2 where it gets worse. My God. Again, see there are more Xbox DMs. And I won't go over all of them, because to be frank, I didn't see anything that bad at all. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. This really seems like a relationship that went south and became very toxic, very bitter. Cause I mean, again, bear in mind, I saw nothing bad from Cory. Like, he was talking to her normally, in my opinion. Nothing that bad was being shown, in my opinion, in my professional opinion. So again, she's painting a picture of how he's a fake person, an awful individual. But then, we have proof of normal conversations where not that much happened. However, now I will bring up a part of the story that's quite important, where this person, the ex-girlfriend, Panda Ninja, a weird name, whatever, she had a history of sexual abuse, and she felt like Cory knew that and was making, weird comments about her that felt offensive, and he didn't care about that at all. Right, keep the part in your mind, because then later, skip forward a bit, you have part 3, and she talked about it even more, same shit again. I get to show like how I feel like this person might be a bit weird, a bit iffy. There's one part in this where she just said, you don't have to wait for proof. The red flag's already there. If you love yourself, leave now. Okay, so he's claiming that Cory is an awful person, a piece of shit, but she says outright, don't wait for proof. The red flags are there. What does that mean? What? So you claim like, he's like an awful monster, but you're like, you don't need proof. The red flags are out there. I mean, the guy has like 20 million subs. If there were red flags, I feel like he wouldn't have had a fan base. Just saying. Okay, but the story, past that, it developed more and more, and people wanted evidence, of what was going on. So she posted two things. One was pictures of her and him, back in the day in New York, I believe. But initially, a video of how he was pushing her boundaries, making a weird joke. Let me play real quick, this weird segment. Again, the caption is, POV, this is one of the videos you look back on and realize he never cared. He just wanted to see how long you let him hurt you.
And it's still on.
Then I woke up again and it was off.
Did you watch me sleep?
Hmm?
Did you watch me sleep?
Yeah, I actually did something to you while you were asleep too.
What?
I'm sorry. I just got this fetish that I do.
What?
I didn't hurt you. You're good, right?
What'd you do, Cory?
Just don't worry about it.
Cory?
Good.
Cory, what did you do?
Do nothing. Look, this came right in my face. I didn't do anything.
He did something, and I'm gonna find out on the next episode of
Dragon Ball Z, where you going with this?
It's very weird. Again, to my knowledge, right, it did seem like Cory knew about her sexual abuse history, and making that joke a bit weird, yeah, I will admit. However, bear in mind, I think this video is a bit weird for different reasons that other people believe it for, because actual morons, actual jackasses saw this video and were like, oh my god, this is actual proof that he SA'd her, he was a sexual assaulter, my god. Like, I'm not kidding. Okay, so this woman, right, say what you will about her, she seems a bit toxic in my opinion, but I get where she's coming from. She wants to prove, her perspective and her history about how he was a bad BF, fine, whatever. I think this video is somewhat good evidence, of how he made weird jokes that might have been offensive. But actual morons, again, took this video and were like, oh my god, quick, they were like, oh my god, he was a rapist, I can't believe this. I'm not this is why I could bookmark for the minute, but there's so many people on Twitter being like, oh my god, my hero CoryxKenshin, he's a sexual assaulter. There's so many of this shit everywhere, I'm not kidding. And most of the people, they didn't look at the video itself, they didn't look at the story, because then they would know what was going on. They saw, it's an actual bacteria, they saw like other people saying it, and they believed it. Immediately. And this prompted her to make an update for her fans, being like, for clarification, he did not SA me. So again, the story, for bottom line, real quick, the story was that he was a piece of shit boyfriend, and he has a fake persona that he puts on for the channel. Never at any point did she actually accuse him of SA. Other people on Twitter, actual worms, were accusing that on him, on her behalf, for whatever reason. Jesus. And also furthermore, to make it even funnier, she went on a live with some other individual called Alpha X Alpha, weird name, whatever, and she talked about it. And in this TikTok live, there were people being like, you fake the Xbox messages, you're fake, you're making shit about Cory, fuck you. Like, there were sides against both people. Some believe that Cory is a sexual assaulter, and some people are calling this woman a liar, a poser that wants clout, that's it. So again, bottom line, for the nth time, is that this drama is very messy because people morons on Twitter are making false narratives, because they can't even spare a second to look into actual story. They're just that lazy, my god. But overall, to give my take on this, I think this ex-girlfriend, Panda, Ninja, whatever, she's not very trustworthy. Just saying. Because, in the past, right, I never trusted somebody who litigated old relationships on TikTok, on the internet, and then, they paint a really bad picture, and all they have are just testimonies and DMs that barely show anything. However, I do feel bad for her because her accusation was twisted to be much worse and was made into a straw man by actual morons on Twitter that were like, oh my god, accusations, they must be SA. That's the only conclusion. And you know, any chance he might have for like, you know, like proving the story, it's just gone because it got blown up so big that's just unrealistic. Like none of this I see on Twitter ever happened. It's just bullshit. But you know, people on TikTok are now doubting her as well, saying that she faked DMs on Xbox, whatever. So there are two things that might happen. She might make like she might make a video after this, you know, proving that they're real, showing like a screen recording, or Cory make his own video about this on his channel, debunking it, whatever. That might be the case. Either way, this drama at this point, this very fresh drama, is insanely messy.
¿Te gusta ver vídeos divertidos de Azul?